They're just so good. Something about a sandwich is just sandwich. I mean, you ever buy shampoo at Walmart?
No.
Where do you buy shampoo?
Where the fuck do you buy shampoo?
Aha,
hate it.
checkmate. You'll eat any kind of pasta? Sounds to me like you're a pasta
One time I
man.
drank bleach water for $25.
Okay, so let me sell you on pasta.
How come like some Family Guy jokes be hitting and most Family Guy jokes just suck ass? All right, welcome back to another episode of Off the Air.
The only podcast where we cast our pods like nobody's listening.
Now that's podcasting.
Wrap it up, boys. This is done. We got it.
Right. Yeah, I'm going home. I think I'm done here.
Have we ever made that joke before? Have we ever done the now that's podcasting? Because if not, why?
No, that's the first time we've done now
because
that's
I
podcasting.
say now that's pod racing at least once a month.
I don't
Honestly,
like
I
it.
think you've made that joke more often than Dan has.
You
Now
know,
that's
which
pod racing.
borderline-
That's the only Star Wars thing I know.
Honestly, it makes you borderline make more Star Wars jokes than Dan does just because of the consistency
here's
of
the
it.
thing. I don't make Star Wars jokes very often. I barely
Is
make
it because
references.
we make fun of you?
No, it's not even. It's just because there's nothing about
Star Wars is too serious of
Star
a
Wars
matter.
is too fucking serious. I would never joke about Star Wars.
Oh, my mistake. I forgot that Star Wars is that serious.
It is.
I apologize,
It's real.
Dan, and I will never disrespect it like that
Star
again.
Wars is real, and if you say it's not, I'm mad.
Well, Star Wars is real to me. I listen. I just want to be. Never mind. You know what? I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole again.
Are you walking like to the other side of the room?
No, I was leaning over because I was trying to put a bottle away because I didn't want.
Yeah, he was going home.
I didn't want the podcast to hear me pouring my drink, and then here we are.
That's valid. So, do you guys remember how I was in? Well, I wasn't in a wedding, but I went to
No.
that wedding in Ohio.
Absolutely do not.
Yes.
Thank you, Jackson. I knew that you cared.
Oh, I
I
care,
remember.
but not that much.
Unlike
So-
the Pepperidge Farm of podcast hosts. How come like some Family Guy jokes be hitting and most Family Guy jokes just suck ass?
Because it's a show that it's comedy and it's a show that's been on for goddamn ever.
I think they've thrown enough against the wall that there are some classics. Like Pepperidge Farms Remembers is like for whatever reason, like it's not even associated with Family Guy anymore. It's just like its own thing that has like
Honestly,
an innate power.
It took me a long time to learn that was actually some like Family Guy stuff. I thought it was just a real slogan.
I did too,
No,
actually.
it's from like a fake commercial within an episode of Family Guy that like comes out of nowhere. I think Peter's like, I remember when there was the Lois, and then it's like Pepperidge Farms Remembers. And the guy's like, Pepperidge Farms, do you remember back when things were only a nickel? Pepperidge Farms Remembers. It's dumb, but it's a slogan, you know? It catches on. People say it. No, you went to a wedding in Ohio. That's crazy.
Yeah. I went to a wedding in Ohio, and you know,
Did you win?
It was one of the first snowstorms in the area for like freaking ages. So we did have to
Snorm.
drive there like in miserable weather conditions and drive back in miserable conditions. But
Yeah.
we did
it's a good
discover
musical though.
something. We did discover something very, very important while we were there. So I'm gonna send you guys this image. Pop it up on the screen right now. I just want you to look at our look at our good boy Misney.
Disney sounds like the kind of man who would make them pay.
I just
I
like
like
No,
it.
can you put that up on the screen
I
with
don't
the
like-
Miley Cyrus
I don't
M&M?
like his little smirk. That's what I think bothered
That
me
smirk?
the most.
See, no, here's the thing. Firstly, his eye is just very
No,
scary.
his eyes are just weird. That's fine. I've met people
But,
with weird
like,
eyes.
That's
fact
who he
that-
is.
The fact that it says Misney makes them pay and then medical errors, bad accidents. Like
Yeah, no, that's not.
when I
If
drove
it's a
past
minor
this,
accident, Misney
Jeff
has no power.
pointed at this and he's like, that just sounds
And
like his
Misney pointed back.
services. I think he's just a mob hitman. Like, look at that big gold ring on his finger.
No, no.
I do like the idea of Misney being like, all right, let's go botch this guy's surgery.
I really like the idea that someone tries to get a hold of Misney and be like, the bank wouldn't give me all the money for the medical errors, and he's like, I'll take care of it. I'll make him pay.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking kicks down the door to. I assume it's a bank. I don't know how medical fucking malpractice lawsuits work. I'm not a
Not the
doctor.
bank.
The bank probably has to
The
give it all
bank will pay
somewhere.
you.
Yeah, when
Well, I
the
mean, the
insurance
hospital's
company
gonna
cuts
pay
you
you.
a massive check.
Yeah. So kicks down the insurance company door. You did give him the money. Now he's gonna pay. And that's very funny. I appreciate it.
So this is Tim Misney. He's been an injury
Tim Misney.
lawyer for
That's one word. It's gotta be
38
one word.
years
Tim
in the
Misney.
Cleveland area. And his slogan is I'll make them pay. And
Yeah, no, Misney is absolutely, he is a criminal and he does not help you if you get in trouble. he hurts them when you get in trouble.
Exactly. No. Yeah, he's not helping you. He's hurting them. And it's just like,
Yeah, we can make him have a bad accident.
I don't know. He's
Hey.
probably one of
They
the.
rear-ended you while I cut their brakes. Thanks, Misney.
He's probably the scariest lawyer I've ever seen in my life. Like him
What
and
about
his,
Edgar Schneider?
I don't know, man. This guy just
And
exudes
associates.
so much more power than Edgar Sider and his associates.
But there's
like,
never a fee unless they get money for you.
yeah, but Misney makes them pay. He's making them pay. He's got his pinstripe suit, his heavy gold jewelry. Like, this man breaks kneecaps for the mob.
Yeah,
and then on the side, he's an injury lawyer that beats people up.
This is a side gig for me. Tim Misney.
I do it for the love of the art. I'm not in it for the money.
What is
I don't know what that
what are
is,
my cats doing?
but I'll take it.
What?
The art.
No, I don't know the
of-
quote you just said.
Oh, it wasn't. I was just saying things, wasn't it?
Wait 2
Oh,
seconds.
what?
Let's see what my cats are doing.
You did the
Wasn't-
voice, so I thought it was a quote.
Dude, I do voices all the time.
See, here's the thing, though. Misney's website,
Mm-hmm.
underneath the "I'll make them pay" like branded like secret
return?
super special quote
Yeah,
says, "Please understand that the slogan 'I'll make them pay' is not a guarantee of payment. Both liability and real damages must be proven with a preponderance of the evidence." And it's just like, oh, so Misney might not even make them pay. It's right here on his website.
Also, as an update, my cats are fighting over a pen in the kitchen that is on the
Nice.
floor. So,
Very good.
oh well. You know, there are those who said the day would never come. Those who said the return was impossible. But to those who said that, this is what I have to say to you.
Oh,
my
shit,
gosh.
what up?
That's right.
It's
We're back
Jackson's
at it
Beer
again
Corner.
with another exciting installment in Jackson's Beer Corner, which I'm sure you've forgotten about, as it hasn't happened since the olden days.
Way
how,
back
how,
when.
how long were the olden days?
24 hours.
Sounds about right.
Okay.
I mean, the days are, yeah, they're the same. They've always been the same, to my knowledge.
Yeah, no.
What do you think the first person, like, said when the sun, like, went down? You think they're like, oh, shit.
We dying now.
I feel like that's one of the. I feel like that's one of those. The first person to see the sun go down was probably like, and then it just slowly fades to black.
That is absolutely true.
That's the whole meme.
I just like the idea of, like, being the first, like, cognizant person to have to realize that there is a day and night cycle.
I feel like.
And then the sun comes up and his friend leans over and he's like, "Oh, good, you're finally awake."
Just the idea of it, just like the terror of being a caveman and not understanding what a sunset was, and the sun just disappearing.
I mean,
Pretty scary.
I don't think that's how intelligent, or you know what? Yeah, it would have been pretty scary.
Thank you. It would have been pretty scary. I would have been scared.
I mean,
I would have jumped probably.
would you?
Possibly.
Yeah, I would have been like, whoa.
Can you imagine if the sun,
Dark out.
if sunset was just like a light switch?
What if the sun just like set and just like never came back up?
Oh, dude, that's definitely the fucking premise to like. There's definitely books. Dude, I cannot talk tonight. Holy shit, what is wrong?
What if
with
the
me?
sun just rose and then never came down?
Both of which would have terrible ramifications on like the planet and people being alive, and also it's the round. So yeah, I guess.
Well, the sun may be round, but the earth is flat. So it could just hang out above the earth for a while.
That's fair.
As you know, it usually does rotate around us. Sorry, my cats are still actively fighting over this pen in the kitchen. But if I take it from them, they're just going to cause other trouble. So it's kind of a, you know, you gotta give away the small victories to win the war.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Wait, so what's the beer?
What is beer? You know?
I don't know.
Emotionally. So today's beer is Hoegaarden. It is a Belgian wheat beer from a brewery that was established in 1445.
Ooh.
Old beer. It's basically like, imagine like it's got that, it's a wheat beer, so it's got your you know, your Blue Moony type of like cloudiness to it, but like on steroids. It's also got it's brewed with coriander and orange peel.
Oh, that's delightful sounding.
So it's got a very nice flavor to it. Just a very, very good profile. It's nice and cloudy when you pour it out. And I kept it on my porch when it was like 7 degrees outside, and it didn't freeze in the bottle, but as soon as I poured it out of the bottle, it froze in the glass.
Oh, that's hot. That's really hot. I love that.
And it made like a slushy.
Beer slushy
So-
doesn't sound too bad if we're being honest.
It was okay. I couldn't recommend it, but you know, if you're ever in that situation, you know, when in Rome, Drink the beer slushy.
Drink the beer slushy. I will, in fact.
Why, as Noah said, thank the Lord, as he posted an image of the beer.
Oh, no, it was thank the Lord that the Pepperidge Farm bit is like not a Family Guy bit. It was before
Oh, it's
that.
like an actual ad.
Yeah, which
From like the
just,
80s.
it makes me feel very good.
That Family Guy isn't actually funny.
Yeah, pretty much.
I agree.
Anything that makes Family Guy less funny is good for me.
What about Family Guy funny moments on YouTube?
Well, shoot, dude, those are just hilarious. It's like,
I mean,
it's
they gotta
in the,
be.
It's in the title, Family Guy funny moments.
But what if I told you Disney, since they bought Fox, has been taking down Family Guy funny moments from YouTube?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
We have to fight back. We have to take the fight to them.
How?
I haven't actually thought about how to take the fight to Disney about taking down Family Guy funny moments, because really on all levels, it's absolutely their right to take it down if people are monetizing it that didn't have any hand in the creation of the content and have pirated it. But and then put it on a public platform. But
But also,
we gotta find a way to take the fight to them.
exactly. We need to. We just kind of want to be bad or mad at Disney, and I don't think that's a bad thing.
I just want there to be Family Guy funny moments again, You're telling me you're dooming us to Family Guy not funny moments? Family Guy serious times? No thanks.
I'm not gonna lie to
What are
you.
your thoughts on Family Guy funny moments?
They were finishing Family Guy and they were starting a whole new series called Family Guy Serious Times, I would be at the very least intrigued.
Oh, absolutely. I would be thrilled if they just announced they're ending Family Guy and making a very serious version of Family Guy. Same cast, same characters, but just no jokes.
I'm
So
into
Family
that.
Guy.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh, got him.
Ooh, fucking
Thanks.
wrecked.
The best thing about Family Guy is they just do this. Why are we talking about Family Guy so much today?
Dude, I don't know. This is the episode now. This is what we're doing.
It's the funny moments. But the best thing about Family Guy is like the only funny thing, I guess I should say, and not the best thing, is whenever they do like the little flashback moments. Because they're just references. Like it's just reference humor, but sometimes reference humor hits.
Mm-hmm. I'll agree with that. I do like some good reference humor sometimes. It just kind of works.
I can't tell you the last time I
And then
actually
sometimes it
watched an episode of Family
Yeah, I
Guy.
can't either. That's just why I'm struggling to come up with any Family Guy
I
references.
know.
Not since I
No,
was like 13 or 14.
I'm gonna be honest.
Beta.
I watched the first maybe 6 episodes of Family Guy like
Our dog,
6 years
Brian
ago, and I
Griffin,
never
is
watched
dead.
it again. And then I heard they killed Brian, and I'm like, all right.
Our dog,
And then
Brian
they
Griffin,
didn't.
is dead. Yeah, I just remember when I was like 13 watching Family Guy on like this bootleg site, and it was at like 144p because it was before it was on any like streaming services.
Uh huh.
And it was called like Watch Family Guy Funny for Free.tv.
Oh
It was
my
like
gosh.
that wasn't the actual name of it, but it was like something like that. And I was like 12, 13 years old, and I was like, oh hell yeah, dude, I can watch Family Guy Funny for free TV. And I did.
And you did.
You're not
And it was one
wrong.
of
You can do that.
And it was one of those websites where it was like you have to click like 8 times and keep closing the pop-up windows in order to actually get to the real play button.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was one of those. So like they were rolling in the money. Every time I watched a new episode of Family Guy,
They
at
made at
the
least
age of the-
$30.
from the 18 pop-up windows I closed out. Move aside porn sites. We're going Family Guy funny moments. What websites do you think make the most money on advertising? Besides podcast sites, obviously.
Oh yeah, podcast sites are first, obviously.
I don't know, man. Judging by the amount of ads, probably cam sites.
Like Twitch.
No, like the kind we were talking about before the episode started.
What?
But also Twitch.
Were we talking about that? Were we talking about that before the episode started?
I really don't
I thought we
think
were just
we
talking
were.
about Mike
the
Bloomberg.
bot that we were. Context.
Oh.
What's the difference?
I got retweeted by a bot earlier this week, and we were talking about it before the episode started. That's it. And
That's the
its pinned
context.
tweet was to a fucking one of those sketchy campsites.
But it was a good pinned tweet.
It was an okay pinned tweet.
It was, I may be lactose intolerant. What was it? But I'm ready for your milk or something.
Sure.
Let me find it because I'm pretty sure that was it. Yeah.
It was a good
But-
tweet, yeah.
I may be lactose intolerant, but I can handle your milk. You know what to do. And then it's hand emojis pointing at the link that just scares me.
You know what to do.
Yeah. There's
I
a
don't know what to do
heart
anymore.
eyes cat emoji.
Wait, there's a cat there?
Yeah, oh,
You
there's
think they have a pen?
it's a cat emoji with heart eyes.
Oh, the cat's in love.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see.
Oh, how nice.
Personally, I absolutely hate the cat emojis. I find them to be like
bold claim.
kind of gross and kind of scary, and I just really
Me too.
hate them.
That's how I describe myself on Tinder.
Kind of
I'm
gross.
kind of gross and
scary.
kind of scary. You will hate me.
I mean,
know
also
what?
same.
If it works, it works. That's all
It doesn't
I'm
work.
saying.
It doesn't work. But we gotta
But at
try.
least your job isn't listed as future Navy officer.
Yeah, it's true. On Tinder, I saw this girl. We didn't match because I did not swipe whatever way is match with someone with her. But for under her job, it said that she was a future U.S. Navy sailor. And it really was like my brain went through the process of, you're messing with a future U.S. Army soldier.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, bruh, how are you going like advertise that you're going to be in the Navy one day?
Well,
Like, okay.
What if they're already in the Navy and they're just going through
Then they're
basic
in the
or
Navy.
something?
Well, I would still say, because you've still sworn in at that point.
Are you? I don't know how any of this works.
Yeah. No, you'd swear in at MEPS. So they would be, for all intents and purposes, in the Navy.
Yeah.
Makes sense to me.
So you don't just say you're a future Navy because you're just in the Navy at that point.
Yeah, you're either in the Navy or you're just kind of thinking about it.
How much?
Like,
how
everybody-
much? How,
everybody
can
has,
I,
like-
Can we just start naming ourselves future whatever?
Yeah.
It's what? It's what's that thing where you gotta, the more you say something, the more likely it is to
Dream
happen or
board.
whatever.
Vision Board.
Yeah,
The
that one.
Secret. Joel Osteen. They're all the same. They're all
Yeah.
just dumb and they don't make any sense and they're not real.
Ooh, that's a bold claim there, buddy.
I'm just saying, you can't be like, if you think about it, it's true. Like, I mean, no. If you take steps to achieve it, it's true. You
Well-
can't just think about things into existence.
No, but there is a
Unless you
value
believe you
to
can.
setting a goal and like constantly having that goal in the forefront of your mind because it
Oh,
opens
yeah, but-
opportunities and opens things that you may not have
Yeah,
otherwise
but that's not what they're
realized.
selling you.
That's true.
They're not telling you to like think about it. They're telling you that if you think about it in general, it has to happen because you're willing it into existence, like with some like magical energy in the universe. Bruh. It's just called like taking steps in the right direction and being goal oriented.
That sounds fake, but okay.
Like, you can't write a book and be like, it's a secret because the universe will give things to you if you think right. It's your energies. Like, my chakras are not aligned, and sometimes things work out okay for me.
Sometimes.
That is how it be
you're-
sometimes.
Maybe if they were aligned, they'd work out all the time for you.
No,
Okay.
Probably not.
I can guarantee you because my chakras, impossible to align. I have
Fair
too
enough.
many of them.
How many chakras do you have? How many chakras does one person have?
Well,
this is
I'm
7?
not at liberty to disclose to you how many chakras I have, but I think we all have our chakra number.
Oh my gosh, it is 7. I was right.
Well, for some people,
Well, first, yeah. I mean, you probably have different. You have the correct number,
I'm not at liberty to disclose how many chakras I have.
but it's correct, and that's what counts.
It's true.
Because it's him. It's
do
no
you
matter what
guys-
size. How
No,
many
you-
chakras, it would have been right because it was.
That's true, yeah.
I'm supporting you, Jackson. That's what I'm trying to do.
Be yourself. Never give up.
Never
Oh,
surrender.
Okay, do give up if you have to, though.
Always give up. You heard it
Always
here first,
surrender.
folks.
Give up. Give up when it is the
Don't
right thing
participate.
to do. No, don't get involved in the first place, and you never have to give up.
Yes.
That's my motto.
Stay home.
That's always been. That's always
no,
been
you
how
said
I
you went
handle
to
these
get
things.
Italian food today, right?
I did.
Italian.
I did get Italian.
How was it? Did you enjoy Italian food?
I'm gonna be honest. The place is a pretty mixed bag for me.
Is it a local place?
It is. I'll just name drop them because I'm not afraid. It's just a restaurant.
Whoa! What if they get Misney on you?
What if they get You know what? If Misney
They'll make
comes
you-
after me and makes me pay, I guess that's life.
You like look out the window, and Misney's cutting the brakes on your car.
Missy, no.
Misney.
Misney, I'm sorry. I'll pay. Oh yeah,
It's
you'll
like
pay.
Nosferatu from the SpongeBob episode. Like Nosferatu.
Misney. But yeah, it's Serafini's if you've been there.
Okay, it's
They're-
a pretty good place.
Yeah, it's an established like location. It's just like I know ways to make the pasta better.
Oh, Noah's got pasta secrets.
And it's
Don't go
really
sharing those, Martha Stewart.
no, it's really easy though. All you need to do
That was a good joke.
is it was a good joke. It was a good joke.
I just wanted to stand by it because no one laughed, and I was like, you know what?
Nah, this is funny. Screw you guys.
I was like, yeah, I'm standing by it. That was a good joke.
But like, so here's the thing. It's like you take your spaghetti right before it's actually like done, and you pop it into a frying pan with some sauce and a little of the pasta water, and you finish cooking
Water.
it there,
Mm-hmm.
and it helps the sauce stick to it, and it just like it looks better. Your sauce doesn't separate and get all gross and watery around the pasta, and it like if you
I'm not a pasta guy.
if you still want like that iconic sauce pile on top, you can still do that, but it makes your
can always
pasta
pile
better,
more sauce
you know.
on.
And like
Yeah.
for stuff like that, like I just would. there's different things that like I wish they would do, since they are like such a long running respected place, because a lot of their other food is like really good and I like it a lot, but it's like, I don't know, there's just some stuff that I feel like they could do a little bit better.
That's Pizza Time from Spider-Man 2.
I do love that song.
Pizza
I think
Time.
that song has an actual name.
Yeah, it's Pizza Time.
From Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man 2.
Of course. Something I haven't talked about in a painfully a long amount of time.
Spider-Man 2?
Yeah, Spider-Man 2.
Speaking
Love
of
Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man, didn't Raimi isn't Raimi in talks to do the new Doctor Strange? Wasn't that a thing going around?
I think he's just straight up confirmed at this point.
I mean, look,
Is Spider-Man 2 going to be there? Because
He
otherwise
might.
I don't care.
he might.
If Spider-Man 2 goes there, I might go watch it.
Let's see.
But no, as I was saying,
he is
I'm not
100% confirmed as the director for it. Hear
It
me
looks
out.
like he's just still in talks.
When I googled IMDb'd it popped up as him being the director.
Nice.
But that was 2 seconds of work. So, oh no, Sam Raimi rumored. I'm an idiot. Okay, so still in talks. Hear me out.
I like this article right here. How Sam Raimi can bring Tobey Maguire's
Yeah,
Spider-Man 2 to the MCU in Doctor
Yep.
Strange 2.
Hold up.
Because,
Well, it
because
didn't
it's a
say
multiverse.
That's the
Spider-Man
best
2.
headline I've ever heard.
So the movie's called
I will not
Multiverse
pay
of,
money to watch it.
the movie is called Multiverse of Madness. So like there's no
I'm out.
It's also supposed to be a horror movie.
It is, which I'm hyped for.
It is not going to
still
be a
kinda
horror
out.
movie, and I'm going to be very unhappy about it.
No,
It's
but
not gonna be
it will
a
be
horror
it will be the spookiest of all the
Of all the Marvel movies, that is
lot.
not saying anything.
No, it's not. But at least
I
they're
just
not
think
making
Spider-Man 2 was really
At least
good.
they didn't decide, oh man, Thor fucking Ragnarok and Guardians of the Galaxy are the right way to go, and now we can only make that movie over and over. So like,
I think that the multiverse is dumb and I'm tired of hearing about it.
really?
Yeah, it's just so boring.
Why is that?
Because everyone just uses it as an excuse to make anything they want to say possible.
That's not how it works.
Instead of like, yeah, but that's exactly how people use it.
That's fair.
They're like, oh, actually, there's a universe in which I'm cool. They're like, maybe.
Hey, man, whatever it takes
if
to
you're
get you through
digging
the
through
day, right?
universes, I don't think so. I'm just saying.
Who at any point has ever said there's a universe in which I'm cool? Actually, no,
they
I take
never
that
said
back.
that.
Fucking,
But I have roasted people by returning whenever they're saying
no,
by saying that.
fucking, Jesus, there's John Oliver, maybe? Someone was talking to, God, I'm blanking on so many names right now. What is the fucking... Stephen Hawking. He was fucking
yes.
late night show guest was talking to Stephen Hawking. He's like, oh, so that means there's a multiverse in which I'm smarter than you. To which Stephen Hawking replies, yes, and also one in which you're funny, which is a
Yeah, precisely.
phenomenal way to turn that around.
Yeah, that's the only way to respond to that. Because like, I don't know, I'm just kind of over it. It's just like I'm kind of also just like ready for a small return of objectivity. You know,
No,
everything's just too wrapped up in the subjective, and no one ever gets anything accomplished. But there are real objectives that exist within the world. You know,
I don't.
Getting like your arm cut off. That's an that happened.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. Dan did get his arm cut off.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, if that happened, like it happened to me yesterday. I actually have one arm now. It's the new part of me. But I wanted to not talk about Dr. whatever. Noah, pasta.
Oh.
I'm not that sold on it. Convince me to
Convince
be
you to
a
like
pasta man.
Well, here's
Yeah.
the thing. What type of pasta do you usually get? Like,
I mean, I'll eat any kind of pasta. I don't love it. I
aha,
don't hate it.
checkmate. You'll eat any kind of pasta? Sounds to me like you're a pasta.
One time I drank
man.
bleach water for $25.
Okay, so let me sell you on pasta since this argument of mine is clearly not working.
You could sell me on bleach water, $25.
For $26, please don't drink bleach water again. Anyway,
That's a saucy deal. But 27, anybody 27 for bleach water.
but no, I like pasta a lot. I'm a big fan of like linguine and something with like a heavier noodle, just because I like something that I don't know. I like something that I can like bite into when I'm eating my pasta a little bit more, rather than just
Isn't
like
linguine little noodles?
nah. That's angel hair. It's angel hair spaghetti, and then it's linguine and fettuccine.
Yeah, I'll take your word for it.
I don't know. I just like what you can do with it. It's like it's a nice addition to a meal that you can pile tons of stuff on. You can pile on cheese. You can pile on meat. You can pile on all stuff.
I think I just prefer bread.
And I can't deny that bread is a really good option, because I mean, you get yourself a nice garlic bread and then you put your cheese and your sauce and your meat on top, and boom, that's
It's a great time.
it's a
Like
really
if you
great
were to
time.
be like, do you want spaghetti and meatballs or a meatball sub? I don't think I'd ever pick spaghetti and meatballs.
I can't disagree, and mostly it's because a meatball sub you can pick up and go, you know?
You can go.
And I'm a big fan of food that I can pick up and go. Dan, have we had this conversation before?
Possibly.
Go food.
So like
I was just gonna say that my only problem that I ever had with meatball subs is that like that last like maybe third of it just falls out one side or the other.
Yeah, you got to definitely like clasp down on the end of the bread to keep that like last meatball from popping out.
it's
So
true.
that
You do
meatball
got
wants
to be
to pop.
It's a tactical maneuver for sure.
It is,
Mhm.
and that's really, like, and it's and generally in my experience they're also kind of messy. Just
Yeah,
by
you
their
need to have a
nature.
real crusty bread to keep it safe.
which I have. I've had one or two that like, nah, man, that shit ain't going nowhere. But
Yeah,
But
yeah,
that
if
was
you got like
my-
a Subway meatball sub, all bets are off. Anything goes.
I really hate Subway's meatball subs, but that
I
is
don't like
Interesting.
Subway.
that is because I really hate Subway. Hard stance, I will not change. I've tried and tried again, and Subway just has disappointed me.
I agree.
Yay.
The only thing
I'm
is,
justified.
I think I like the meme that is, bro, how do you not like Subway? You made the sandwich.
I like Subway.
I mean, I think if you were like, do you want to go to Subway or McDonald's? I'd probably say Subway.
100%.
If I, yeah,
Maybe
if I'm
not
gonna,
though.
if I'm-
McChicken slap. So
I don't think I would. I don't think I would pick Subway over McDonald's. I like, even though
I don't think I would either. Now that I thought about it.
McDonald's burgers aren't that great, but like I like them enough, and I dislike Subway enough that I would do it.
Nah, man, I go to Subway maybe once every other week, maybe 3 weeks, something like that, just because it's in the local Walmart. You know, the Walmart Subway, the worst kind of Subway.
Oh yeah, it's true. Everything's more expensive, and why? It's in Walmart.
It should be
You're
less
not in,
expensive.
yeah, it's not like you're in like prime real estate.
Yeah, but
Like, why do you have to charge me an extra $1 for my sandwich?
don't Walmart Subways get a lot sloppier with your portions and give you more though?
That's in my experience. Yes.
See, so I
think it's like
voiced
Target,
my
Starbucks.
opinion at the barbershop that Subway's trash and deserves no love. And that was
Yeah.
not taken well by the people around here. And everyone told me, "Oh, well, have you tried the
Not you.
local Subway?" And I'm just like, "No, I have in fact not." And they're like, "Well, you got to try it. They put extra meat on and everything like that." You know what? I went, I tried it, and well, hot diggity dang, if it didn't still just kind of disappoint me. It like
Even with more meat, there's not enough meat.
yeah, and honestly, it was even enough meat for me. It's like, but don't be stingy with my onions. Don't be stingy with my lettuce.
You can ask for more of the veggies. They give you as much as you want.
Yeah,
no extra
but
charge.
I've never gotten
I get a
charged for.
mountain of spinach every time.
I get a pile of pickles.
So
Yeah,
that
I just
is good to hear.
I'm like, can I have some spinach? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, can I have some more spinach? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like,
And I think they're technically supposed to charge you, but I don't know that I've ever been charged for it.
I don't think I ever have been. Either. I don't know if they're supposed to though.
I'm pretty sure on the sign it says like, oh, 50 cents for extra whatever. But
Can you guys be nice?
but
For 2 seconds.
I
Never seen that.
I really
Sorry,
enjoy
my cats are tussling hard.
they're spicy Italian, pretty solid. And
It is
I
pretty
agree,
solid.
I agree with you about the meat. Like I feel like there's a very tight balance of too much, because you can have too much meat in a sub. 100%.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, if you pay for their like
There's something about just the
double
sentence
meat,
that you can have too much meat in a sub that's just cracking me up.
Listen.
if you get their double meat, it's a little too much.
It's too much. But their regular meat isn't. It's just not quite
That
enough.
sub has too much meat.
So you gotta find that balance. You gotta get the guy. You gotta get your guy who will not pay attention to give you extra meat, or you get one extra kind of meat, right? So like you get like you get like the spicy Italian, and then you're like, you know what, throw some fucking ham on there or some shit.
Oh.
Change it up a
Yeah,
little.
I don't know. I usually go with like a pretty classic, like a Black Forest ham
I respect
at
it.
Subway.
Respect it.
Because like I don't gotta get too fancy with it, and the extra meats they don't really mean that much to me. Sometimes what I used to do is I would go to like if I was at the grocery store, I'd get like a like a good like a variety pack of meat, and then I go to Subway on the way back from work, and then I would just like put a whole bunch of extra lunch meat on the Subway sandwich.
See, that could be good.
That was a good call
because
like it's just
I
easier
do
than like.
adore their Italian urban cheese bread.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause that is just
that shit
straight
is
up a
fire.
good time.
And if you don't get your sandwich toasted, you're a cop.
Yeah, 100%.
One time I went to Subway with my dad, and he didn't get his sandwich toasted, and I gave him a weird look, and then he got a sandwich toasted, and I was like,
I don't get why you
I didn't mean to
wouldn't.
give you a weird look, but it weirded me out when you didn't get your sandwich toasted.
Like cold subs are for when you buy a pre-prepared one at like a grocery store.
Absolutely.
Like
And
you'll eat
speaking
it,
of this, though,
but it's not the right way to eat your sub.
yeah. Speaking of hot subs, though,
Uh-huh.
there are there's a certain contingent of my friends who are very mad at me because I said the other day that I made a ham and cheese sandwich and I put put it in the microwave. Am I wrong?
No, I used to microwave my sandwiches all the time because sometimes you want a hot sandwich, but you don't have time to put it in the oven for 30 minutes.
Exactly. I'm not going to bake a sandwich every time I want a sandwich. I'm not going to microwave it for 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm. And like, I like a crunchy bread. I would rather not have mushy microwave bread.
If you toast the bread first, it works out better.
Yeah,
but
I was gonna say, because
sometimes you don't toast the bread. Sometimes I just microwave the bread.
No, man, I can't deal with it. Soggy and like microwave bread are just the worst to me. Like, I genuinely have thrown out like entire chunks of sandwiches because like bread got soggy. Toss that shit.
I do hate soggy bread.
Soggy bread is the worst, and to me, microwaving it does the same thing as it just getting all soggy and shit.
It can do that.
It firms up after like it starts to cool down from the microwave, though.
Yes. That said, you toast something and then like you said, if you toast it first, like toaster oven that shit, and then throw it in the microwave a while later when you get back to it, it's usually fine. Fine-ish. Fine adjacent.
Sometimes I'll microwave a bagel if I'm really just like feeling it.
See, I'd actually be more okay with that because I feel like bagels are like a little firmer by their nature.
They hold up when they get like nice and soft. Usually I toast them, but every once in a while, mostly if I don't want to cut it, like if I forgot to have the guy at the bagel shop cut the bagels, then I'll just pop one in the microwave if I don't want to cut it that morning. But yeah, it's every once in a while pretty good. Yeah, you guys like bagels?
I do love bagels. I like 10 times out of 10 will go for a good meaty bagel sandwich over a good meaty regular sandwich.
You put it on a bagel, there's something about it, Honestly, hot, spicy take on sandwich meta. If you ever have like a sausage, egg, and cheese bagel, put it on a blueberry bagel. It's amazing.
Oh,
well, yeah,
I've
had that.
That sounds really good.
Phenomenal.
No,
people are scared of it though. People are like, blueberry bagel for a sandwich.
No, that's phenomenal.
I would eat a ham and cheese sandwich on a blueberry bagel.
Honestly, my initial reaction was, what? No. And then I thought about it for more than 2 seconds and I'm like, no, that sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
So I actually have a story related to this.
Oh, tight.
Back when I was working at Pretzel Bitch O'Clock,
we were attached
to a cinnamon bun place. A cinnamon bun place. One that will not be named.
A cinnamon bun place,
legally, that will not be named.
A cinnamon, yeah.
Yes, yeah. A place that you might say is known for their cinnamon buns. Because we were a dual store, we were at the time we were one of the only ones in the country. We were like a new partnership between the two parent companies. One of the other things that happened because of that is we were in a high traffic enough area that we were able to that we ended up getting a lot of like test products. Like we were like, we're doing the company wants to try a new product. Fuck it, let's try it. The best breakfast sandwich I have ever had in my entire life.
Please tell me that you didn't eat a cinnamon bun sandwich.
I did. Hear me out.
Damn.
Let me finish.
I'm very jealous because it sounds really good.
Let me finish. It's better than it sounds, which is saying a lot. You take a cinnamon bun that's been out. Like we really what is doing is trying to get rid of old cinnamon buns because when stuff doesn't sell, like we box it and then whatever. If it doesn't sell after a couple of days, like you got to throw it out. But
what are you doing?
But what you can do is when a cinnamon bun is, because cinnamon bun's microwavable, like you microwave that shit, it's fine. What you do is instead of microwaving it, you let it kind of solidify a little, get old. I don't know any better way to say it without making it sound gross. Then you slice that sucker in half. Then you fucking throw that shit on a frying pan, and fucking roast the shit out of both sides so that it gets like a little bit of like a glazy crisp on the outside edge.
Ooh,
yeah.
And then you throw some ham and cheese or sausage and cheese. In our case, it was sausage, egg, and cheese on top of that shit. Stick it all together, squish it down a little to make it all fit. Box that shit.
Okay, so God. Firstly, the obvious statement of good Lord, that is so bad for you.
Oh, obviously.
Okay,
terrible.
so now that we got that
I don't think
passed,
I'm that in.
I feel
it
like
just sounds too messy.
It seems
it's
to
not,
me like
it was not.
I will
That's why
agree
you
with
seared
the
it.
messy sound, but like it seems like the quintessential fast food breakfast.
It is.
Because like how McDonald's has their pancakes with syrup in them that you can get your sausage, egg, and cheese with. The griddles, the McGriddles. Like how you got those. So it's like I can definitely see this working. And did it take off or did they cut it?
They cut it, but I think more because they couldn't figure out a way to get the sausage, egg. Like they would have had to do a whole bunch of shit because of the sausage, egg, and cheese more than anything else. Yeah. That said, now that I've been reminded of this, I straight up am going out to buy a box of cinnamon buns this week and doing this like by next week. Because man, I'd forgotten how amazing that is. The other thing they did was they every now and again they would have like this berry syrup, and that shit was fucking tight.
Nice.
Rather than the regular glaze, it was like a berry glaze, and it was amazing. every time. But yeah, no, it actually wasn't that messy. So like the reason you like I guess seared it would be the right word.
Yeah.
The reason you fried it is because once the edges hardened, it would turn into like the caramelized like glaze would harden along both ends, kind of almost the consistency of a McGriddle. Actually, is what it would turn into by the end. And it was so good. And I'm actually
I think I'm
like my
more
mouth
on
is
the
watering
savory
thinking
side
about
of
it.
things. Like if you were to, like in terms of like McDonald's breakfast sandwiches, I think McGriddle is my least favorite breakfast bread that they
McGriddles
have.
are I will agree with that, but that's also because I have a disgusting love of the fucking breakfast burritos, which are objectively terrible. They're the worst.
Yeah, they're pretty
But
bad.
you fucking
you know,
pile
that's
hot
fine.
sauce on that sucker, and I will eat like 7 of them.
But like I don't know if you were to be like, do you want this on a McGriddle, muffin, or biscuit? I would pick muffin first, then biscuit, then McGriddle.
I can respect that.
I don't. They're just kind of like slightly gooey, and like the flavor is not that good, and I don't really like sweet things with my breakfast.
Which
But
is very
blueberry
fair.
bagels are a little bit different because they're not very sweet. They're just like there's just a little bit of blueberry in there.
Yeah. I'm getting really hungry now, and I don't appreciate that because we still have a while of podcast left to go. So
I mean, that's life.
Are you guys hearing my cats right now?
nope.
Not really, no.
Really? They are just like slamming into everything and like running around my house and yelling. Oh, there they go. Minmo.
Grow
No, I'll put
big
up
and
Minmo on the
strong.
screen.
Minmo.
And Miley Cyrus Eminem again. What a great image that one is.
I'm glad we've not
So-
that joke hasn't run its course yet.
It never will.
I mean,
it's a good image.
I mean, let's be real. It has run its course, but it also has come back around to being
Noah is the
good.
only one who thinks it ran its course. Confirmed. Everyone else, big brain, thinks it's still great and genius. Stop.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're probably right.
No, I mean, I might not be right. Maybe everyone else hates it too, but it's on the screen.
It's true.
Again.
Are you saying again because you want me to put a second one up there right now?
Yeah, sure. If you left the first one up there for like this long, you might as well slap a second one on there.
Amazing.
I can't believe I have 3 Mileys in my show notes right now. Wow.
Why can't? Why?
How many Hannah Montanas you got in there?
None.
Well, let's make that one.
No,
Don't do anything about it. Just put it in there.
that sounds like way too much work.
You just gotta just type the word in. Just Hannah.
I'm just so,
Don't-
let's see what happens if I type in Hannah. Hannah. Oh wait, with an H at the end. It needs to have the H because otherwise I'm finding this.
Okay, forget to.
I'm
the movie,
finding
yeah.
movies. Let's see. Hannah name Wikipedia. Hannah Brown, American TV personality.
Oh, personality.
There's a lot of Hannah Brown. There's some dude named Corey M. Hannah.
Good for him.
Shaved head, beard.
What about Jack Hannah? Is he there?
Nope, I don't think so.
No, hopefully he's okay.
There is no Hannah Montana. I did find one,
Oh, spoke too soon.
but it's literally just a picture of Miley, and it's them saying, "Is Hannah Montana making a comeback?" Probably because she's making, different music. This is probably an old article. Oh, it's from March of 2019.
Is Miley Cyrus still making music?
Yeah,
Yeah, Miley
yeah,
is.
Good.
she's starting to move into
Folk punk.
folk for sure.
Oh, really? Wow.
She's like back into her, well, not folk, but like she's back into her country roots a little bit more. She's sticking with more of like that type of vibe as opposed to the hip hop pop movement that she was going with.
Yeah, she was pretty poppy there for a while. Do you think Taylor Swift is going to go back to her country roots?
I would be surprised if she did.
Yeah, me too.
Really?
I don't see it happening.
Maybe not too long from now, but I think she's just enjoying the pop star life too much.
I don't know. I don't see any reason for her to change,
I'm glad. I'm sure she was worried. She's like, I hope Noah thinks I'm okay. Yeah, I think we definitely talked about Taylor Swift on the show before. You guys like Taylor Swift?
I go back and forth. I like some of her songs, but I don't actually go around to like listening to anything.
Yeah,
Alright, fair enough.
I have a notorious lack of like optic permanence when it comes to pop stars and their music. Like I could not right now, gun to my head, tell you a Taylor Swift song. I know I've listened to a bunch of them. I know, like factually, but
What about the deli? You guys like going to the deli?
I don't have a good deli near me anymore. Like a real, like
Really?
besides like again the one in Walmart that doesn't count.
Yeah, I mean,
It's sort of it
Yeah,
can
work
count
with
if
what you have.
if you need it to be, but
yeah. You need some ham, need some turkey.
Yeah.
It's a place to go for sure. No, what about you? You a deli man?
I would love to be a deli man, but the only deli around here is the Walmart one. When I find other
Wegmans has
ones
a pretty,
that are just
pretty
like
slapping deli.
actually like full blown delis that are like that's their gig, man, that's a good time.
There is one in Erie.
I was about to say I think there's one in Edinburgh, isn't there? No, it's a bagel place. Never mind.
Yeah, it's just a bagel shop.
But man, it's a good bagel shop.
It's a good bagel shop. Not actually the bagel shop I go to, believe it or not.
Really?
There are 2 bagel shops within 20 minutes of my house.
I am incredibly jealous because we have a bakery, so I guess we just got a bakery. I haven't been there yet, so maybe.
Wait, they have bagels?
Maybe.
Bagels. But I'm a deli guy. I like going to the deli. I like just like, even though I don't get things most of the time when I go through the deli, I'll just like, if I'm at the store just to buy like shampoo at Wegmans, I'll walk by the deli and look at it for a little while.
Mm-hmm. Wait.
I just like it.
Wait. I missed something there. You said the word shampoo and Wegmans and then the deli.
Yeah.
All in one
Wegmans
sentence.
has a good deli.
What about shampoo?
Wegmans has shampoo too.
Oh.
I do most of my shopping at Wegmans.
Well, that's
It's a good
fine.
place to be.
You buy your shampoo at Wegmans?
I mean, yeah.
Whack.
Why?
I've never thought of buying shampoo at a convenience, or not a convenience store, at a grocery store.
You ever buy shampoo at Walmart?
No.
Where do you buy shampoo
Where the fuck
at?
do you buy shampoo?
I mean, like, I don't think of Walmart as a grocery store, firstly.
But where do you buy shampoo at? If you don't buy it from Walmart.
So
And you've never even thought of buying it from Wegmans.
I've never even thought of buying it from Wegmans. Buying it from Wegmans would be the same for me as like buying it from Giant Eagle, and it just seems weird, you know?
Wegmans has like all like the health stuff though, like all like the natural and organic like beauty products.
I buy mine from like salon supply shops because I have like a license and can do it.
Oh,
And I just do. I don't know.
that's fair enough. Yeah, I just go to Wegmans. But that's just if it's there, I'll buy it from Wegmans.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good place to go.
Yeah, fair enough.
The pride of the Northeast.
I'll accept it.
Yeah, everyone loves Wegmans, you know?
Mm-hmm. Honestly, I really do wish I had a Wegmans closer than 45 minutes away, but I have two near me. But it's 45 minutes one way or 45 minutes the other way.
It's definitely like, it usually wins like awards for being like best regional grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, HEB in Texas is pretty cool.
I've heard
Florida
good
has like
things about
Publix.
HEB.
But I mean, Wegmans just beats them all.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of glad there's no Whole Foods near me because I don't like Whole Foods that much. But I used to go all the time because it was so close to my house.
I worked at a Whole
Just,
Foods
like,
shop
bottle
a
and
there's
while.
a Whole Foods in Erie, like downtown.
That's not Whole Foods though.
Isn't it? Oh.
No, it just has the same name. That's the Whole Food Co-op.
So, not gonna lie.
No relation.
We
We talked about this on the podcast
That's
before.
right. I forgot about the Whole Foods. Wow.
So,
We've literally had this discussion on the podcast where you've been like, "There's a Whole Foods in Erie." I'm like, "No, there isn't."
firstly, I definitely forgot about that. But
I don't remember
also,
this conversation
secondly,
either.
well, I mean, Dan, that doesn't mean much. You have attributed like server conversations to podcast content before, so I
Hey,
shall take that with a grain of salt.
Hey, Noah.
Yes, sir.
Why you keep telling your story instead of trying to roast me? I was trying to back you up, motherfucker.
Oh, so Dan, my good ally and compatriot, who also doesn't remember this,
Asshole.
yeah, I didn't until just now. I did not know the
Not
Whole Foods
until
Co-op.
just now.
Apparently, I have learned this before.
I'm so mad. I know I've said this to you before.
I believe you.
Honestly, I
100%.
believe you too. I'm so confused.
I'm so mad.
I don't know how life works.
All right, somebody get this guy out of here. Noah needs to hang out. He needs to relax, sit back, and perhaps listen to an audiobook from our sponsor, Audible.
Audible
Go to
trial?
audibletrial.com/off the air.
Wow, that's neat.
And you can relax with an audiobook. And maybe you'll remember that you know that Whole Foods Co-op in Erie is not the same as an actual Whole Foods.
That would be cool to remember. If only I could do that.
Perhaps one day. Perhaps after you listen to an audiobook. What audiobook are you listening to now, Noah?
Well, I unfortunately am not listening to any audiobooks because I just saw 3 different fan arts for Eyeless Jack pop up on my freaking timeline. And now I'm terrified
also-
that Eyeless Jack is going to be making some sort of comeback. That's all.
And you do also live like a walking distance from work, so
Yeah,
you don't really
It is difficult to like get into
a lot of car
audiobooks
time.
for that. I need to do that like purposefully on my time, which hasn't quite worked out for me recently, but you know, we'll get around to it.
We will get around to it. You heard it here first, folks.
We will be
So that's how
getting
you can
around.
remember that Whole Foods in Erie is not the same as actual Whole Foods, the chain of grocery stores. They've got a banging deli though, and a really good like sandwich counter.
Nice.
That's one thing I respect about Whole Foods. Like you can go up and be like, yeah, let me get a sandwich,
Mm-hmm.
and then like you can just pick meats from the deli and they'll make them into a sandwich for you.
You do that a lot. You can do that at ShopRite too. Or
Oh really?
Yeah.
I don't know if you can do it at Wegmans. Maybe you can, and I just have never tried.
yeah, you might be able to.
And they have a bakery in
Yeah,
the store
then you probably can.
and a deli. Man, maybe I should just go get sandwiches from Wegmans. I'm a fool. I've been a fool this whole time.
Sandwiches are good. Breakfast
who could've
sandwiches are
I love
good.
sandwiches.
See, I remember back like toward the beginning of the podcast, we were talking about favorite foods.
Yeah.
And you made mention that your favorite food is what do you call? Sandwiches. And I remember thinking
Yeah.
at the time, I don't disagree, but that's a weird statement to make. And then just like in the last couple weeks, I've just eaten a lot of sandwiches versus other food recently. And it's just like, it makes me really happy.
They're just so good. Something about a sandwich is just sandwich.
You guys are making me real. We've talked about way too much food. I want you guys to know I haven't eaten in like 10 hours.
I'm so sorry, Dan.
I ate a sandwich earlier today, and then I had a whole bunch of beers.
I wish I had a whole bunch of beers.
I bought
and
beer.
You have.
I have beer sitting in the fridge right now. It's a blood orange IPA, which is kind of nice because the bitterness of the IPA ties right in with that orange taste really, really, really well.
Is it the dog one?
Yeah, Flying Dog.
The Bloodhound, yeah.
Yeah, dude. It's so good. I think it's Bloodline. It's got the freakiest little picture on it, and I love him.
Yeah, he's a bloodhound. That's who he looks like.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I had that one beer in Jackson's Beer Corner forever ago.
Mm-hmm.
That was the Blood Orange Wheat Beer, and that was one of my favorite beers I've ever had.
Nice.
Because as I've mentioned a million times, I love wheat beers.
Wheat beers are good. Blood orange is good. Yo, that reminds me. I had this. I have this shock top orange in my kitchen right now. It tastes like tomatoes.
I don't like shock top that much.
I don't either. Now that I found it tastes like tomatoes. I don't know if that's just like this batch, but good Lord, it literally just tastes like raw tomato. It's very weird.
I remember the first time I ever had a shock top. It was after DreamHack Austin.
Okay.
I was walking around downtown with my friend Darian, and he and I went to this rooftop bar to go do the Tuesday. It was actually like a Friday or Saturday because it was DreamHack. To do what I usually would do with my friends on Tuesday, which is go to the top of this bar called Maggie Mae's and just like watch people do dumb shit on the streets.
Yeah.
And then he was like at a shock top. I had a Pacifico. And he was like, hey, you ever had a shock top? And I was like, no. And he was like, well, I'm going to get one more. I'll get you one too. And then I tried it and I was like, this isn't very good, but I drank it because he bought it for me and it was very polite.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't want to be impolite. That's the first time I ever had one. And I bought one at the Sheets a couple of weeks ago. And I was like, why did I buy this?
That's pretty much where I'm at. I had it and I tasted it and I'm like, well, this tastes like tomatoes. And I think Nina thought I was lying or at least like exaggerating slightly. And then I'm like, nah, this is just it's kind of bad. It tastes like tomatoes. I don't really like it. And she tried hers and she's like, oh man, this really, really does taste like tomatoes.
It's because it's like a Curacao orange. So it's not the same as like the Valencia orange that like Blue Moon uses.
Mm-hmm.
It's a totally different taste and it's just, it's not the same.
It's just a little rough.
Dan, have I talked to you at all about the D&D thing I've been constructing?
Maybe?
Because I think you would be intrigued by it, and I think that the podcast would benefit greatly from the concept, which was brought about mentally by the concepts brought about by the podcast. Everything's a circle.
That I am too tired to track that. Go on.
Everything's a circle. That's all you need to know.
Okay.
But basically, I am making a D&D campaign setting that is mostly more or less made, and it is in the Wild West, functionally. It's like a high fantasy Wild West. Because I was like, man, cowboys are cooler than wizards. And I was like, but what if like cowboys could be wizards too?
I mean, I like where your head's at. I won't lie to you.
And then that's the moral of the story.
Allow me to point you in the direction of well, never mind. You said you want to make your own setting, and you said you wanted to be D&D. So never mind. I won't point you in the direction of a bunch of different games.
Oh, is it the what's the crazy gun game or whatever? It's like an RPG and computer.
I was gonna say Deadlands, but I'm pretty sure that's not what you're talking about. You're thinking Shadowrun?
Yeah,
maybe?
I just no. It was like an old game from forever ago that I've never actually played, but I'm familiar with. It's just called like Wild Arms. Sounds right.
Sure.
It was like a Wild West
sounds familiar,
game, but it was more of an RPG style. Never played it, but I've seen like a whole bunch of drawings from it because it's like super memey. All the guns are like insane.
Mm-hmm.
That's the moral of the story.
Fair enough.
These cats are going berserk. You need to quit. They're gonna hurt Giblet. Yeah, also follow me on Instagram to see pictures of my cat Krampus, who is the gray cat who is currently terrorizing her sister Giblet.
Krampus and Giblet? Oh my gosh,
Yes.
I love your cat names.
They fight.
What is the Instagram that we can follow you at?
Not Turning Point USA. I think it's at Jacksonium with 2 M's.
It is indeed.
It is indeed Jacksonium with 2 M's.
Is indeed. Oh, look at Krampus. Oh, what a cute cat.
Krampus is a nightmare.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Creature from the underworld broke into my house. Yeah, that's the cat I talked about a couple weeks ago that had broken into my house to hang out with Giblet.
Mm-hmm.
but now is fairly domesticated and has no desire to go back outside.
Yeah, reasonable
Especially
though.
not when it was like 5 degrees the other day. That day was no good.
Oh, I just remembered something.
No.
Which, I mean, Dan messaged me about it earlier. It's the shout outs. We got shout outs.
Yeah, you just
shootouts.
remembered. That's so weird. It's such a random thing to have happen.
Well, no, it's because I thought Jackson was like priming for the end of the episode by plugging his Instagram.
Sure.
And
I mean,
then
I
I
had assumed that
remembered,
as well.
oh my gosh, shout outs.
Yeah, what are the shout outs?
Well, we have a shout out from Cloud and we have a shout out from Emma. So they're both for me.
Good.
The shout out from Emma is that I had to shout out that she makes the best mac and cheese and pancakes. And I'm going to be honest, those pancakes were straight up amazing. I don't usually take the time to like whip egg whites to make a fluffy pancake.
God
I
damn.
usually just kind of do my like rough mixed heavy pancake that like it tastes great and you love it, but it's like,
But it's not
nothing
fluffy.
super special.
It's more like a
I mean,
flapjack.
it's fluffy enough, but it's not like
More like a.
these things were light as air and they were delicious. And
That's
the mac and
amazing.
cheese. I mean, Dan, you've had Emma's mac and cheese.
I have.
So
wait, no,
You know.
no. Well, she didn't been making mac and cheese.
Oh
at my
no,
place.
she made potato soup.
She made the
Never mind.
soup, and that soup
So-
was. Emma's a
so, yeah.
phenomenal cook. I'll
Emma
say that
just-
like just straight
Emma's
up.
a very
it's
good cook.
A phenomenal cook. Emma, teach me, because I'm only an okay cook.
Dan, you know what the secret is?
Cook more.
Love.
You cook more and watch cooking YouTube, and then you'll
It's
pick up
not love.
secrets.
I don't want to watch cooking YouTube. It just makes me hungry.
Are we sure it's not love?
Baby, don't
I'm
hurt me.
not. Emma does have a lot of love. That's actually a
Say-
true thing.
Okay. So then it might be love.
And the secret, maybe that's why I'm not a good cook.
Do you not love?
Love is hard. Love is a very difficult thing.
Love is blind?
What is love?
I already said that.
Hey,
Yeah, it's
Noah.
true. That's been said
Noah,
moments ago.
No one was paying attention to you. Noah, shut up.
I was paying attention. I just didn't respond because I didn't like the joke.
Well,
it
Story
wasn't
of
a
my
good
life.
joke. That's
Well,
valid.
It was
okay.
nothing compared to the Martha Stewart joke.
That's a good joke.
That was genius and brilliant, and I stand by that I made earlier.
All right, so here we go. Here's Cloud's shout out. I said, "Hey,
Oh, he's
you have
preparing.
anything you'd like us to say next week?" She said, "I don't know. I haven't had anything good to say for a while. Honestly, I just like supporting the podcast. Y'all fools make me happy."
Aww.
Is that what we're supposed to say, or is that just like
No, that's it. She didn't
You're
have
just
anything to say,
telling
so I
everybody.
said, "Oh, I'll just say that then."
Amazing. Yes. Use your money that you pay us every month to shout out more of the podcast. I love it.
It is truly the best option.
The gift that keeps on
Outrageous.
giving, really.
You're the gift that keeps on giving, Dan.
Aw. Dear diary. Today, Noah said I was a gift.
are you a good gift?
I keep on
Um,
giving, so I guess.
I've had terrible gifts that continue to keep on giving.
I have
see
too.
Krampus.
I definitely have, but you know what? Honestly, if my alternative is to be Krampus, I feel like it's a good backup plan.
Krampus is very cute, and is on my computer right now. You goober! What are you doing there?
See,
Are you just being
I won't lie
Are
to
you
you.
just being
I'm still
small?
out of it. For a moment, I genuinely forgot we were talking about your cat, and I was thinking the
You're
actual
being-
Krampus as
you're
like
being
my
small?
backup plan, and that was fine too. So this is all worked out.
Are you looking at the corner? You're gonna get the corner.
All right,
If you hit the
Noah,
power button on my computer, I'm gonna have a stroke.
better save, Jackson.
Because for whatever reason, like the case for this computer has like the power button on the top,
Mhm.
which means you can't hit it with your toe on the bright side, but you can hit it with your cat who's crawling on top of your computer.
This is very true.
Fair enough. Now,
Later,
Noah,
it's my favorite candy. Now and later's.
Noah.
Daniel.
If somebody wanted to pay us money to say fun things on the podcast, like how great we are or how great the food we've made is, where would they do that?
We've made food.
I mean, you'd go to patreon.com/off the air, of course. That's
Patreon.com/off-the-air.
AIR. Patreon.com/off the air.
Is this his Wild West character? What's he doing?
Oh my gosh,
guess.
this might be my Wild West character. No,
No,
no, the voice
No.
is that voice doesn't work.
unless you're a lady of the night with a heart of gold, I don't think that voice works.
Which is what I thought he was going for.
I did
there.
too.
I thought he was trying
That's
to
where
be
I thought he
like,
was
Not
trying
a
to
Lady
head
of the
for it.
night with a heart of gold.
That's because you're a dirty fucking coward. Play something outside
No.
your wheelhouse, Noah.
I'm
Reach
playing
out.
a Fire and Brimstone preacher.
Yes,
No
play
one's
something
a
outside your
lady
wheelhouse.
of the night.
Dan, that's not a hitty boy. I don't slap people with a Fire and Brimstone preacher. It's gonna be
No,
outside
you
my
don't
wheelhouse.
get it. There's no right answer.
No,
Um,
yeah. Give up.
You
No,
want me-
there's no.
I can't play a female character, Dan. It's too far outside my wheelhouse.
There it is. That's what I was waiting for.
I need to be able to play something I can remotely
No,
play and have fun with.
No, Noah. What if you played
my God.
What if you played a gentleman of the night with that voice?
No, that's
You're just a
also
little
outside my
punk.
wheelhouse.
Is
Like,
it?
I'm
Are
sorry
you
that
saying
you
Noah's a
thi-
prostitute?
I'm sorry that you think I'm a prostitute, Daniel.
I just think you could play
I
one on
kind of thought you
TV.
were.
I mean, I am, but it's rude of you to both call me out like this.
So,
I'm sorry we revealed how you're really supporting the podcast.
Rip.
Noah, were you done with the announcements, or
Yeah,
did
no,
you just
did you
get
have
cut
anything
off?
else? Or did we?
But
we
because
are-
you were doing it in that voice, I think you're doing it in that voice, so we
yeah, you're doing the
interrupted
voice,
you.
and we got caught up on the voice.
No,
Not a fan of the
I
voice.
mean, we could like plug our socials, and that's pretty much about it. Like, I don't have
kinda already
anything
did, more or
excessively
I
less.
don't care
else
about
to
my
say.
social. Oh man,
Bad, BUBBADABAD, Instagram,
hey Noah.
Twitter, Twitch.
Speaking of Twitch, Noah, are we actually going to play this week?
So
Boom,
I
roasted.
actually was unavailable on Thursday, and I meant to hit you up and tell you I couldn't be there, but then you never hit me up either, and we just both jointly
okay.
missed it.
Now maybe Noah, I got tired of hitting you up. Maybe, you know that thing where it's like
I
communication
hit you up
two-way
every
street.
week.
That's not true. I hit you up every week
I hit you guys both up every week just
That's
to be mean.
just to do the podcast. Is what you
You
do.
hit us both every week.
Well, you know,
Dad?
I do what I have to do. You know,
But yes, the good news is I will be around this Thursday when
Well,
this
that's unfortunate. 'Cause
podcast comes
I'm
out.
unavailable. So
Wow.
I'm kidding. I have no idea what's going on Thursday.
I kind of wish that you were unavailable, not because I don't want to do it with you,
Just because it
but
would have been a good
because
bit.
it would have been a very funny thing. Oh well.
Oh man, I can make myself unavailable. I can find something to do.
No, that's okay. I want to play that godforsaken game.
I do want to play that game. I can't wait till we finish that game and decide on the new one.
Nothing.
Noah, after you and Dan get done playing your game, what are we gonna play?
You know what?
I don't know, dude. Probably that furry shooter.
The first shooter's good as hell. Okay,
Which game?
Super Animal Royale.
Oh, actually, that game looked fun. Yeah, no, that's fair.
The game's a
I did
masterpiece.
download it. It's like ready to go for me.
Yo,
And
Let's
I'm,
go.
I'm Dan, and all my shit is in the description probably. You still put
It
all
is.
our socials in the show notes, right?
Yeah, I mean it's in the show notes, so it's not
Cool.
always the easiest to find, but like it's there.
Cool. Well, that's good enough for me.
that's good enough for Dan, which means it's good enough for me too.